Using the T-chart strategy for the second time, I did not have to spend as much time probing the students on what a T-chart is and what it is used for. Instead, I reminded them of the first time we used the T-chart, which was contrasting reality and fantasy genres. My class does not have any ELLs in it, but I made sure to address several different language objectives, such as individual thinking, partner sharing, and whole class sharing. I think what made this lesson more successful than the last time was that myself and the students were more enthused on science instead of literature and reading. The strategy also went more smoothly because it was an introduction to their science experiment of making Dr. Seuss's Oobleck. I could tell that the students were engaged because as I monitored around the classroom, I heard many different good ideas about what a solid and liquid was, as well as its examples. The Oobleck lesson was my CT's lesson, therefore I was not fully introducing the experiment, but I was able to use the T-chart strategy in order to get them to talk about solids and liquids.
When we were working with reality and fantasy and we made that chart, what kind of chart was that? Do you remember? Alyssa?
A realistic and fantasy chart?
Yes, but what is the chart called, Jermaine?
T-chart.
A T-chart. And why is it a T-chart? Andy?
Because the T-chart, because there's two things that are opposite, but same and different, the opposite.
Right, so we're comparing and contrasting two different things with a T-chart. So, like Mrs. Erickson said, we're going to review things before we get into the science experiment, and those are going to be solids and liquids. So, I'm going to pass out your very own T-chart, but I do not want you to write anything besides your name. And then I want you to write solids and liquids for the two different sides. And do not do anything else until you get this and I can give you more direction. Okay, from here, I want to give you about 1 minute. You're going to turn to your shoulder partner. Unless there's 3 of you, you're all going to discuss it together. I want you to come up with examples of solids and liquids, or write anything that you know about them so far. Yes, Allison? Can someone tell me what directions I just gave? Ready?
You talk on your shoulder partner, and if you're sleepy, you do it as one, and you might even be
Good, thank you. You're going to be talking about solids and liquids, so whether you know anything about them or examples of them, I want you can start writing on your T-charts, but I want you to discuss for about 1 minute with your shoulder partner, and then we will be sharing them. Yep. So I want very quiet voices. Make your shoulder partner.
Okay. A pencil is a solid.
How much does that have to do with it?
An apple. Miss Erickson, for solids, can we write Kmart? It's kind of made out of
Yes.
We can write Kmart.
Liquid.
Yeah, okay, right. What's next? So you can write examples.
A solid is something that cannot change. A liquid is something that changes by the shape. No, they're saying what is a solid? Yeah, what is a solid? For examples, what is a solid?
Chart. So you're not speaking unless I call on you with your hand is raised. John?
Kmart.
Kmart
solid.
is a solid.
How is Kmart a solid?
Because it's made out of solids.
It's a building.
It's a building, so it makes it a solid. Jonah?
Yes.
Coca-Cola's a liquid?
go. Let's go.
Hey!
Allison?
A lemonade liquid.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it, Brock?
I can't see it.
I don't understand how you.
It looks like mint ice cream. Melted mint ice cream. Yeah. But it's actually sticky. I know. It looks like it's a... I made a melted